Okay guys, Traxium in here 9 years ago says a murderer breaks into the house of an unsuspecting family. Everyone in the house is asleep. The murderer slowly makes his way up the stairs and into the master bedroom. He slits the throats of both parents and makes his way into the only other bedroom in the house. Inside this bedroom there lay 2 beds but only one teenage girl. The murderer slits her throat regardless. As he was getting ready to leave, he hears the front door open and decides to stay in the corner of the room, quietly waiting to slit the throat of the last member of this family. In steps another teenage girl. Without hesitating, she slides into her own bed and quickly falls asleep. The next morning, she finds her family has been murdered and a note stuck to her mirror, "Thank you for not turning on the lights." Holy moly, yeah, that is definitely scary right there, man. But like the trauma, I like at that point, like, can you imagine the level of trauma that you would be waking up to? Like your entire family has been brutally killed, and you see that note and you know that, like, oh my gosh, like I was this close to dying as well. Like that is just, that's so far in just like insanity land, it's hard to even comprehend. A girl is babysitting for a family. After she puts the kids to sleep, she lays down in the parents' bed to watch TV. She looks into the corner of the room and notices a creepy clown statue with a wide grin. She turns her attention from the statue to the TV, but is still bothered by it. After about an hour, she calls the father of the children and asks, "May I put a blanket over the clown statue in your room? It is starting to creep me out." To which the father replies, "Grab the kids and get out. We don't own a clown statue. Police were called and never found a clown statue in the room." Yeah, that'd be a pretty weird thing to own, eh guys? Just like a massive clown statue with like this wide grin just staring at your bed, like literally just like in the corner of your room, eyeing down your bed. How could I ever fall asleep? Like, I can't imagine doing anything in my bed at that point with this thing just staring at me. The fact though that the father's just like immediately like, "Get the kids and get out," feels like this has happened before, and like this clown thing is a regular occurrence. That is not ideal. This American Life features short stories. One they read on the show is by Neil Gaiman, and the quick of it is, a young woman is out on a lake for a weekend and disappears. All that's found of her is her diary. She writes about falling asleep on a small boat and awoke afloat in the middle of lake. No oars, no means of returning to shore. In the night, from beneath the boat comes a hard knock. Assuming it's nothing, it happens again. Her journal entries detail hours of this happening. What could this be? She can't take it anymore. The following morning, the empty boat is found, and the last entry on the book is scrawled in mud and simply reads, "I don't know what she was so scared of. I knocked before I came in." Oof. Okay, good finish. Good finish. That was like, I was like, where the hell is this going right now? Like, there's a knock on the boat, and also too, it's just like, why are you not? Oh, okay, because she's got no means of shore. She's got no oars. So how the hell did she fell asleep and then woke up in the middle of the lake with nothing? Jeez, okay, well, you gotta swim, lady. Like, that's what it is. Like, you have got to get out and start paddling for your freaking life right now if that's happening, for God's sake. A man wakes to find himself in an office building. He sees people waiting outside but cannot attract their attention. His phone rings from time to time. If he does not answer it, a golem-esque creature enters the room and beats him. If he does answer, it's a garble of insect noises and shrieking on the line. He tries to escape only to find that all doors lead to halls with locked doors or other halls. He's given food in the form of stale donuts and cold coffee. Fearing suicide, he finally sees a woman with blonde hair who wants to escape. The golems come, but she runs while he is beaten. The next day he receives his daily allotment of old donuts and coffee. The donuts have blonde hair in them. Jesus, this is just one grotesque. Like, you know what? The fact of the matter is, this is not that far off from real life. If you guys think about it, you know, it's like we get old donuts, coffee, we're forced to be in a thing, we have to answer the phone, or else we're gonna get beat. Well, I guess we don't get beat by an old golem thing, but like, maybe that's society. That's society being like, answer the phone, you know, and just like, blah. Obviously, this is not true, and like, you know, thoughts go out to the blonde-haired lady, but like, this one hits home. There's this guy who moves back in with his parents for a few months to save up money. He has to sleep in a bedroom that is down in the basement. He feels this weird presence of some entity that keeps trying to get into his room. All night, every night, he senses this presence pacing the wall outside his room like it's itching to get at him. As the days go by, the entity gets braver and starts coming into his room at night, getting closer. He finally catches glimpses of it and describes it as a black human-type figure squatting, walks on all fours, and it just paces staring at him. Finally, one night he decides it's time to man up and really see what this thing is. So he waits for it in his bed. He can feel it pacing, getting very close, staring at him. He opens his eyes and squatting there before him is his mother, staring. The next morning she acts totally normal. No, like what about that moment, dude? That moment where you're like, mom, like get the off of me. Like, what are you doing, lady? Like, I'd be like, what the hell is going on right now? Like, sorry mom, but like this is messed up right here. And like then she just acts like it's normal. No, no. I am moving out of this place right now, guys. Like, I am on a bus. I'm going somewhere fast. So this girl is sitting in her room and her friend calls and tells her to stay inside because there's a killer on the loose in the neighborhood and the cops want everyone to stay safe and out of the way. Okay? The girl, fearing for her life, grabs her dog and gets him to lie down under her bed as a sort of safety measure. She hears the police sirens and commotion outside her house, but is consistently reassured by her dog licking her hand every so often. Just then a bang erupts from downstairs and the dog scampers out of her room. There's a loud ruckus, but eventually the door opens and the dog gets under her bed again. Everything is normal as it comes. Then she hears the police enter through her front door. Ma'am, come down here please. So she goes down to talk to them, only to discover a pile of bloody matted fur in the corner of her living room. What? No, it can't be. I swear my puppy was just upstairs a second ago licking my hand. The cop unholsters his weapon and begins walking up the stairs, calling to her behind him. Humans can lick too. What? Okay, but like how did it scamper under her bed again? It came in and because it literally like it entered the door and then it went under her bed again. Like did she just like her eyes didn't work as like this human figure just like scampered under her bed and she's like, oh yeah, that's my dog. Like what? Did he wear the dog's skin? This one doesn't make any sense, guys. Come on, we gotta get a little bit more realistic than this. Like, I don't buy that she was just like, oh yeah, it's my dog, and it's just like this human person covered in blood right now. Like, no. I heard a good one a while back. Mommy told me never to go in the basement, but I wanted to see what was making that noise. It kind of sounded like a puppy, and I wanted to see the puppy, so I opened the basement door and tiptoed down a bit. I didn't see a puppy, and then Mommy yanked me out of the basement and yelled at me. Mommy had never yelled at me before, and it made me sad and I cried. Then Mommy told me to never go into the basement again, and she gave me a cookie. That made me feel better, so I didn't ask her why the boy in the basement was making noises like a puppy, or why he had no hands or feet. Wow, that is creepy. That is really creepy. And if you are a kid, and you go into the basement, and you see a child with no hands or no feet making noises like a puppy in what I assume is a cage, don't just accept a cookie and leave it there, you know, like maybe let's do something about that, you know, maybe ask Mommy, Mommy, why in the holiest of is there this no arms, no legs human being in our basement? No, I do not want a goddamn Chips Ahoy right now. Just, you know, food for thought out there, guys. Okay, so this one says, I heard one. A father is laying in bed after just waking up. He grabs the baby monitor and walks to his desk in his office at home. He has his baby on the baby monitor and hears his wife singing to her. He cracks a smile as he hears his wife, go to sleep, go to sleep. When suddenly the front door opens up and his wife comes in with groceries. Oh, buddy. Okay, dude, if you're not familiar with your wife's voice, like, that's an issue right there. Like, if you're like, oh, like some nondescript, female voice is on the other end, and you're just like, oh yeah, that's my wife, but it's just not. Like, there needs to be something done about that, dude. Like, you gotta, like, understand what your wife sounds like, my guy. That would be horrifyingly scary, though, if you were a parent. I'm obviously not a parent, I don't have a kid, but I can only imagine, like, if that happened, holy mother of God, I am running to that baby monitor. Okay guys, so those were some Reddit stories that are just gonna make you delete the app forever. Comment down below what you thought about this whole thing. There were definitely some creepy ones on there, a little bit ridiculous at times, but like certainly some very serious ones too. Hit me with the like, smash the subscribe. I've been your host Nicholas Playlog, and I'll catch you next time. I'm sorry, do you know on the film schedule what this is called? I missed that. Okay. She writes about falling asleep on a small boat and awoke afloat in the middle of It's like this is not complete sentences. They're all long, guy. These are long. Oh my God. Yeah. This one.